Update on the Bolins. Hasn't really changed much since last seen it. I did try to wire up the engine. I had it running. Charging system wasn't charging, but I figured a full battery, I should be able to make it through a day of pulling. But the more I worked on it, got it running, and couldn't get it running good. You know, it would run for a little while, it'd get overheated, and then it would start running like absolute crap. And I couldn't really figure out what was going on with it. Started running out of time for the pull. So, as you can see, I stayed up the night before the pull and I swapped the motor out. This is a motor I had laying around. It's a 6 horse, which is half the power of the stock motor. But I knew it wasn't going to do the greatest anyways the first day out. All I had was the rear weights. I didn't have nothing up front. That and pulling the motor off the stock motor and installing this motor took a lot of weight out the front. But putting that motor on middle of the night was no small feat. I ended up taking the PTO pulley, which was a spline pulley. It was a 3/4 inch shaft, but it was spline. Spent most of my time grinding off the spline, make that a pulley that would work for the 6 horse. It was a little bigger than stock, but it didn't really matter. It did pretty good for what I expected. It was underweight for the class. I believe it topped out at 1,000 pounds, the way it was now with the rider on it. Yeah, we didn't do the greatest. I think we pulled about half the distance everybody else. But like I said, once you get up on the wheelie bars, that was it. It was done. So what I got to do is, first off, I got to get the stock motor, which is the one sitting right over here. I got to figure that one out. Get that up and running. I don't know what's wrong with it. Like I said, it was overheating and it was just running like crap. So figure that motor out. Hopefully get it back on there. Do a front rack, because right now the rear end of this tractor is pretty heavy, and being the biggest part of the tractor, I assume that's got the most weight in the rear. There's nothing up front now that the motor's off. So I had no front weight whatsoever on this thing. So other than that though, it pulled good. Even with the 6 horse, it was pulling strong and never lost power. So we'll keep working this thing, plugging away at it. Said it's good to get out there and learn your tractor. You're not going to win the first time. You got to figure out where the flaws are, move your weights around, experiment a little bit, and don't be afraid to take some chances. So that's that.